Chapter 5 Introduction to Arduino Learning Outcomes. At the end of this chapter, students will be able to learn about Arduino, know various parts of Arduino board, write code in Arduino IDE. Warm up. Look at the following picture carefully. Identify and write about the functions. Teacher's note. Guide students that as our sense organs are capable of performing multiple tasks. A microcontroller is a small computer chip mounted on a single integrated circuit that is capable of performing multiple operations like input, processing, and output. Hello friends, let us know about Arduino. Arduino is a tiny computer chip installed on a single integrated circuit. It is a reasonably priced microcontroller. It has a processor, memory, and programmable input-output peripherals. It is capable of performing multiple operations like input, processing, and output. Do you know? Arduino was initially intended to serve as a teaching tool that would introduce students to the world of electronics. The majority of the computers we are acquainted with accept human input via a keyboard and mouse. The many sensors that are attached to an Arduino allow it to sense light, sound, vibrations, temperature, and other things as well as receive input from the users. These measurements can subsequently be transformed into digital signal by the microcontroller. Let me answer. How can a robot sense its environment? Humans use their sense to perceive their surroundings. Similar to this, if we combine several sensors with a microcontroller, these sensors can scan the area around us and relay inputs to the memory for processing. The result can then be seen on the screen. Parts of an Arduino. 1. Built-in LED. Whether your Arduino is delivering or receiving data, it's indicated by LEDs labeled TX and RX. 2. On indicator LED. When the LED is turned on, this shows that it is receiving electricity. 3. Digital I/O pins. The holes on this side of the board are called the digital input-output pins. They are either used to sense the outside world, input, or control lights, sound, or motors, output. 4. TX/RX pins. Special pin with the label TX and RX are pin 1 and pin 13. You should always leave this pin empty. Anything wired into pin 0 prevents your software from loading any changes you make. 5. 80 mega 328p black chip. An 80 mega 328p is the black chip in the center of the circuit board. This is the brain of the Arduino. It interrupts the programming code that you submit to your Arduino as well as the inputs and outputs. 6. Power and ground pins. Here are the power related pins. These pins can be used to connect the Arduino to the breadboard circuit's power supply. These pins capture a range of values of sensor readings. 7. Analog pins. Instead of providing a simple on-off signal, these pins take sensor measurement throughout a range of values. Connecting your computer to Arduino board. Following step to indicate how we can connect the Arduino to the computer. Selecting right components. An Arduino computer and a USB A to B cable are required. Plug in USB cable. Start by inserting the USB cable into a computer's USB port as demonstrated below. Connect the USB cord to the Arduino's USB port. See the Arduino's top view of the USB port with the USB A to B cable. Arduino IDE. With all the features one would require, the Arduino team has created an IDE for use with their devices. It includes a tool called a code editor that can be used to write any kind of code. With the aid of a message box that displays code fault and a console that provides further information about the nature of these mistakes. The code can be tested in the IDE and utilized to address any emergent problems. It has buttons for checking the code, saving it, uploading it to the Arduino and other functions. Remember it. In 2014, more than 240 user groups, makerspace, hackerspaces, fab labs, schools, studios, and educators throughout Europe, North and South America, Asia, Africa, and Australia came together to celebrate the inaugural Arduino Day. Writing your first program. Now let's use the Arduino IDE to write some code. Code for Arduino can be written in a variety of languages, including Java, C++, and Python. Since we know Python, we will write our code in Python. To connect Python and Arduino, follow the instructions. Steps 1. Open Arduino IDE. 2. Click on File, Examples, Firmata, Standard Firmata. 3. To load the Firmata support files to the Arduino board, click the tick button now. 4. The py Firmata library needs to be downloaded to Python. This makes it easier for us to write code in Python for Arduino. 5. Enter command prompt in the search box. Select Run as Administrator. 6. In the command prompt window, type the command pip install py Firmata and press the enter key. The downloading process will begin after this. 7. Now open the Python IDE and write the code given below. 8. After pressing F5 to run the code, you should observe the LED on pin 13 begin to blink. Kids IQ. Search about a microcontroller chip. Talk about it in the class. Let's recall. Arduino is a tiny computer chip installed on a single integrated circuit. It is capable of performing multiple operations like input, processing, and output. The many sensors that are attached to an Arduino allow it to sense light, sound, vibrations, temperature, and other things, as well as receive input from the user. Microtellers can then convert these measurements into digital signals. Different languages can be used for writing code for Arduino like Java, C, C++, and Python. Upskill your intelligence. A. Fill in the blanks. 1. Arduino is a tiny computer chip installed on a single dash. Answer: integrated circuit. 2. The many sensors that are attached to an Arduino allow it to sense and receive dash from the user. Answer: input. 3. If we combine several sensors with a dash, these sensors can scan the area around us. Answer: microcontroller. 4. Microtellers can convert measurement into dash signals. Answer: digital. 5. Arduino includes a tool called a dash that can be used to write any kind of code. Answer: code editor. B. Write T for true statements and F for false statements. 1. The black chip in the middle of the board is an ATmega 328P. Answer: true. 2. py Firmata is required to establish communication between Python and Arduino. Answer: true. 3. Analog pins take sensor measurements throughout a range of values. Answer: true. 4. You cannot write code in the Arduino IDE. Answer: false. 5. Arduino IDE has an inbuilt code editor. Answer: true. C. Answer the following questions. 1. What is a microcontroller? Answer: a microcontroller is a compact integrated circuit designed to govern a specific operation. A typically microcontroller includes a processor, memory, and input/output I/O peripherals on a single chip. 2. Briefly explain any two parts of Arduino. Parts of an Arduino. Built-in LED. Whether your Arduino is delivering or receiving data is indicated by the LEDs labeled TX and RX. Digital I/O pins. The holes on this side of the board are called the digital input-output pins. They are either used to sense the outside world input or control light, sound or motors output. 3. What are analog pins? Answer. Instead of providing a simple on-off signal, these pins take sensor measurement throughout a range of values. 4. What is the importance of IDE? Answer. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. It is a coding tool which allows you to write tests and debug your code in an easier way. 5. Differentiate between an Arduino and a normal computer. Answer. Arduino. 1. An Arduino is a programmable microprocessor or microcontroller. Computer. 1. A computer is a machine or a device that performs operation based on instruction provided by a software or hardware program. Arduino. 2. The Arduino can perform only one or a specific program. Computer. 2. A computer can run multiple applications. Critical thinking. Label the Arduino board shown below. Answer. Ask students to do it by themselves. Team work. Team up with your partner and create a program in Python that will blink LED 8 and 9. Answer. Ask students to do it by themselves.